In this turbulent world, we never seem to have enough time, and yet there has never been so much time available to us. We live longer, use less time to make and do things as we become more efficient and should, therefore, have more time to spare. We have, however, made this strange commodity into a competitive weapon, valuing speed over leisure. Organizations are now rethinking time for their own advantage, as if they had finally recognized that there are actually 168 hours in a week, not just 40. Sleeping assets make no money. So why shut them down for 128 hours a week when half of the world is still awake? And when customers like to shop at the end of the day or the end of the week? And when some people like to work while others sleep? Most factories are now like process plants, working a 24-hour day. There are night shifts in financial offices worldwide, and stores in London that stay open until 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. and on Sundays. Schools in Wandsworth in South London have abandoned a long summer holiday, originally designed to allow pupils to help with the harvest, in favor of 5 8-week terms. Time demarcations are not sacred anymore. There is a long list of the ways in which organizations are rescheduling time. There is flex time, which has been with us for a while, but if we move to a 35-hour week, flex time could mean an hour off each working day or Friday afternoons off. And there is part-time work for new parents, part-time work before retirement, job sharing, weekend jobs, or 4 10-hour days a week. In addition, we have annual hours contracts, 0-hour contracts being available as and when required, parental leave, career breaks, sabbaticals, time breaking, accumulating vacation time over several years, and individual hour contracts where individuals and their bosses agree on a timetable of hours per week or month. On the face of it, there is enough flexibility for everyone. Why, then, does Juliet Shore need to write a book called The Overworked American, which sells so well that it must have struck a chord with many? The average American, she finds, now works 164 more hours per year than 20 years ago, the equivalent of an extra month. The typical American now works 47 hours per week, and if current trends continue, in 20 years, they will be on the job 60 hours a week, for an annual total of 3,000 hours. Why do they do it? Shore says that organizations want fewer people working longer because it saves on overheads, while individuals want the money. This seeming bargain of time for money, says Shore, has created an insidious cycle of work and spend as people increasingly look to consumption to give satisfaction and even meaning to their lives. The paradox is that they seem to know that it is stupid. In a U.S. Department of Labor survey in 1978, 84% of the respondents said that they will choose to trade off some future increases in income in return for more leisure time, with almost half opting to trade all the increases. A similar situation was observed of overtime lobbying workers at a shoe factory in Britain. When hard times hit, the factory went into work sharing, and the employees who had worked all the extra hours they could get, including Sundays and holidays, found themselves with time on their hands. One worker reported, "Bit by bit, there was an unbelievable phenomenon of physical renewal. The idea of money really lost its intensity. It's quite true that we lost a good deal of money. 25% of our previous income, but quite soon, only one or two of the fellows minded. It was about now that friendships began. We were now able to go beyond superficial conversation, and we managed to talk about love, jealousy, family life. It was also at this time that we realized the full horror of working in the factory in the evenings or on weekends. We were once again learning the meaning of living." Shore says that Americans seem to have decided to take the benefits of the improved productivity of the past 50 years in money rather than time. Work and spend has become a habit. She also notes that for some people there is no choice. Nearly 1/3 of American workers earn wages that, on a full-time basis, would not lift them out of poverty. The same is true of Britain. Millions of people can only make ends meet through working overtime or living in multi-earning households. They will willingly give more time to make more money in order to pay the bills. The trouble started when we turned time into a commodity, when we bought people's time in our organizations rather than buying what they produce. Under these conditions, the more time you sell, the more money you make. There is an inevitable trade-off between time and money. Organizations, for their part, get choosy. They want less time from people they pay by the hour, but more from the people they pay by the year. Because, in the latter case, every extra hour during the years is free. Time turns out to be a confusing commodity. Some people will spend money to save time. Others will spend their time to save money. And still, others will trade money for time at certain periods of their life, preferring to work less for less money. This makes time a contradictory sort of commodity, but one that will become more and more important in our societies. Busy people will, if they can afford it, spend more to save time, buying time-saving equipment for their homes, pre-cooked meals, and help with their chores. They will prefer taxis to buses, childminders to childminding, gardeners to gardening, if it allows them to spend their time on what they really want to do. Their needs create an important market opportunity. The affluent and busy, on the other hand, spend money to buy time. Time to travel, time to learn, time to play, and time to keep fit. Time, therefore, creates new growth areas. Personal services for the busy in order to save time, health, education, travel, and recreation services for the affluent and busy in order to spend time. Equipment and materials for those who want to spend time to save money. It is true that economic growth depends on more people spending more money. But if we were truly wise and wish to lead a better balanced life, wouldn't we take the price tag off time and give ourselves time to stand and stare?